know, guys, I got, I got a problem. Now, it could be just because it's the way I think. I don't know. But if you owned a company that's doing millions of dollars a year, let's just say profiting $1 million a year. And I understand that you want to keep your profit margins somewhat comfortable. You know, you may have, investors that are, helping you along, so to speak. I gotta get that blade back out because I gotta cut this, and I don't want to ruin the blade. So I'm gonna put this one back here for now. So anyway, I call you up looking for a I don't want to even say gift, but yeah, gift. And I'm not even looking for a free one. I'm just looking for some kind of a deal on an antenna that I got to pay for because I'm the one that wants to try to get this thing working for the Coast Guard. So they're not going to throw money away on something that I want to try. So I need an antenna. The antenna is $130. Retail. That's at one of their dealers. Now you know the dealer's making money on it. I mean, I was in business, so I know. Now there's not always a lot of money to be made on some of these things. You try to make it on the accessories. However, you do make enough money on the antenna or some products to make it worth your while to having them there. Okay, now there's a piece of wood under here that I have to watch out for. There it is, right there. Let me put a mark here with my little pencil so I can stop. Okay. So anyway, I call up, finally, I get a hold of Diamond. They got back to me via email, not a phone call, but an email. Should turn that overhead fan on. Yeah, let me do that. So to get a hold of me via email, and the email was basically a ring, they were just beating around the bush. Oh, we don't compete with our dealers, which I wouldn't expect them to compete with their dealers. But this is only a one-time shot, and I'm just asking for a break. And we don't compete with our dealers. So I sent them back an email saying, I'm not looking for you to compete. I need one antenna. I'm trying something here. I need one antenna to try to make it work. And I specified again that it was going to be for military use, blah, 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 communications, blah, blah, blah. And that, if you don't have a sample there that I can try, you have one that I can buy and you give me a bit of a discount on it. Well, no, that doesn't work. I get the same reply you know, that they don't work against their dealers. You know, and basically they're just telling me leave them alone. I've been around long enough to know what they're trying to say. Basically, no. So anyway, I wrote back, not a nasty one, but one saying that, you know, I'm sorry, but I feel that, you know, seeing that you're here in the country, and you know, even though you may be importing, I thought that you would at least try to help out, you know, the government with a $129 antenna, seeing that it's coming out of my pocket. And I didn't tell them I was a ham operator or anything like that, because it's not going to be used for that, really. You know, I mean, yeah, I can make it work for that, but it's not going to be used for that. Once I tune it to a frequency and it's going to be up on a tower, it's not going to be an easy thing to keep changing around. So anyhow, she gets back to me with basically, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Now, this antenna, granted, they did research and development on it. That costs money. But they've been making this antenna for years. So, you know, hello. So what do they have into it? If I was to really give them the benefit of the doubt, I would say $60. And I don't even know if it would be that much, but I'm going to say $60. So this company that's as big as it is, and by the way, gives antennas away to a lot of these YouTubers, these ham operators on YouTube, to tell you how good they are. They give them these antennas, but they won't give one to a military. You know, I mean, that kind of pisses me off. So anyway, I said, screw it. You know, I won't buy another diamond antenna now, just for that reason. Now, who am I? I'm just one person. Not a big deal. I'm not going to make or break them. But in my case here, it's just, I don't appreciate it, so therefore, you know, I'm not going to give them any of my money. So then I know Hy-Gain has an antenna that's real close, and it's like $4, $5 cheaper. So I said, well, let me get a hold of Hy-Gain. Well, Hy-Gain is made by MFJ. Now, I do have MFJ over there, and I've told you before, I'm not crazy about their product. What I have over here inside worked, or still works, and it works pretty darn good. I had to make a couple of changes to it, however, because it was kind of falling apart when it came in. That's the only thing I have against MFJ. They don't seem to put much into their inspections, you know, as far as letting things through. You know, oh, we'll just let it through. You know, well, I'll just let it through. You know, that type of thing. But anyway, I did have a problem with one of their antennas, which I had to fix myself because it was going to cost me more to ship it back to them. Even though it was only 1 day old, they wanted me to pay the shipping, then it was going to cost for me to buy a new antenna. So, I mean, it was crazy. And see, that's what a lot of these big companies plan on, and they kind of hope for, to be honest with you. So, with that being said, I get a hold of Hy-Gain, which is a part of MFJ. And after a number of calls, again, they don't answer the phone. They don't even have a voice, what you call it, voicemail system, you know, so you can't even leave a message. So I finally, after 4 or 5 calls, I finally got a hold of them. The 4th call, I got a hold of MFJ. She told me to try it in 20 minutes, and she'll see if she can patch me through. Well, the fifth call she did patch me through. I talked to this guy named Tom. Tom was good. He's the one in charge. You know, he's one of the big guys. He's the one in charge. And he was good as far as helping me with the knowledge that I was trying to get out of him. You know, well, not trying to get out of him, but I wanted to make sure these antennas are going to tune to the frequency, because some of them are not broadbanded enough. And what I mean by that is, if you got an antenna that's made to go from 1 to 10, well, it may be really good on 5, but as you go either way, it may start to come up. Well, once I go off of 10, like to 11 or 12, it may just go off the charts, so it's no good at all. So you have to make some adjustments. You're going to have to start tuning, cutting, sanding, filing, whatever it is you need to do to get it to cover that 11 and 12. But then it's not going to be any good down here anymore. So that's what I was saying. If it's one of those antennas, once I modify it to do what it needs to do, I can't even use it for my own personal use. That's why I really don't want to have to buy one. But anyhow, he's telling me, oh yeah, there should be no reason why it can't be done. Yada, 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 you know, ding dong, and it should be okay. And I said, well, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm either looking for a freebie or a discount. I mean, you know. He goes, well, I don't even think we have any of them in stock. We have a tubing shortage. Well, you guys all know that we have tons of cargo ships out there just waiting to come in, and for some reason the government has them all on hold, you know, to cause this shortage. This happened a few years ago too, if you remember right, back when I think it was Obama was in. You go on the other side of Long Island, and they had cargo ships lined up on anchor, waiting to come in. And it's not that they were busy trying to get them in here, you know, it was like they had them on hold. So anyway, long story short, they don't undercut or get in competition with their dealers. I said, well, I'm not looking to buy 100 of them. I'm only looking to get one of them to try it. You know, I says, you know, and I don't mind buying it. I says, but it's not going to be any use to me if it doesn't work. So therefore, I'd like to get some type of a deal, a discount of some sort. You know, no, well, we can't do that. But on our website, we have dealers that may help you with this program. Okay. Okay. So there's MFJ and Hiking. Now again, like I said, they're giving this shit away to ham operators on YouTube to sell it for them. And okay, they're making money on it. Are they going to make money on me putting one up for the Coast Guard? Well, I can let the guys know that, gee, MFJ donated the antenna so we can try this, you know, and whoever's a ham operator naturally is going to start thinking about that, you know, because they do take care of their own, so to speak. If you help, they help. But if a company that's making money here, big money, and can't give a $60 item to a military or government operation, but yet they'll give them away to everybody else, that kind of pisses me off. So I'm probably going to end up buying it and putting it up there. Because not only do I have to buy that, but I was thinking I don't need, it's a beam, so it points in one direction, almost like an old TV antenna. So I want to make sure that I can get down into Sandy Hook, New Jersey, New York, stuff like that, and up to the Hudson, up into, what the hell was it? There's a repeater just below the academy there. the flagpole, West Point. There's a repeater just below West Point. And there's one up here in New London that nobody can hit. So I was thinking, well, if I just aim it towards the southeast, or southwest rather, you know, fine. But then I'm thinking, well, I got the one in New London. That means I'm going to have to turn this thing once in a while. So that means now I got to get a rotor. Now the rotor, or rotator, whatever you want to call it, that's another $130, $140 plus the wire. You know, so now the thing, by the time you're done, I've got almost $500 out of pocket tied up into this thing that may or may not work, and I have no use for it. So it's just like going into the pocket and just going like this as I'm driving down the road. And if I did that going down the road, hopefully somebody will pick it up that can use it. You know, not a billion-dollar company that, you know. And if they can't afford it, well, then maybe they shouldn't be in business, or they're doing something wrong. But if they're staying in business, they're staying there for a reason, because they've been in business for a long time. And if MFJ was able to buy out another company, you know they're doing okay. So it kind of just pisses me off. That's the only reason why I'm yakking off like I am. So, I mean, it's just like the government, you know, let's help all the other countries, but screw this one, you know? Yeah. And they're our government. Alright, I got to get that up. I have to get this done. I do a little bit each day, and every night and every morning I have to put an ice pack on my back. So I just want to get it done so I can get the ice pack on tomorrow and tonight to sleep with, and then I'm done with it. So that's what I'm up against. So now what I need to do is I got to put a couple of holes in this. So I'm going to see where I need to measure this, and then I'll take you over there with me. Hold on a minute. Okay, I got to come out about 1.5 inches. About 1.5 inches, you say? Okay. And what side do I want? That side. Okay. So that means over here, well, you can't see what I'm doing, guys. I'm sorry. What I'm going to do is drill a couple holes here so I can at least get screws started. So I'm not trying to hold this up at the same time as I'm trying to get screws in, and they're just flopping around like a fish out of water. Like a fish out of water. So let me get this drill. And this has a, it isn't a drill bit. It's a RotoZip bit. So it's for like cutting out sheetrock squares. It's made for cutting off the side, not off the top or off the front. I guess Duke's been having some problems with his back. Yeah. He had the surgery, I guess, I don't know, it's second or third one. Excuse me. The first one, I guess they found that the, I'll put this one right about here. the first one they found, I guess, that the rods or whatever it was bent. Well, I guess anything's possible. I do know a couple of cops in town, in Guilford actually, back in 2000, had the rods put in, and we were talking about it because I had the actual fusion done. What the rods do is they screw into the back, and then they have a rod that goes through like this, and they adjust them, and that rod keeps this upright. That helps stop the disc from pinching together and pinching the nerves, or the vertebrae. So they have these two rods, and they could put in, you know, as many or as long as they want them to be. And these cops, there's two of them in Guilford, had it done, and they were feeling great, you know. And they said, "Why didn't you have it done? Why'd you go for the fusion?" I said, "Well," I said, "the main thing is I wanted to rely on the, you know, the spacer. You know, you're using the rod to go in between instead of having this rod there in case of it may bend. Because when you take a disc out, you're kind of like adding, you know, like 20% or better of your weight to the rest of them. So, you know, so the two that you're using to support that one is going to work twice as hard. You know, so by having the cages put in, they put them right in between the two. So they're just like this. You know, they're not just two things sticking up behind here. Yeah. So, and then they pack it with, you know, the bone, and then it fuses together as one. So it's more of a solid, secure type of feed. Anyhow, they're doing fine. The last I seen them is probably, you guys know I don't keep track of time, but I was up at the gun site, and I haven't been up there in about 4 years or so it was about that long ago. And they were up there doing some shooting, and I had asked them. They said, "Oh no, mine's doing good." Now the other guy wasn't there. He said, you know, but this guy knew him and said, "Oh, he's doing good too." You know, he says, "We do have a scar tissue problem though, unfortunately. Mine is a little bit worse than his, and he'll join the club on that." You know, they don't tell you about that. They tell you how the fusion's going to fix the problem, which it does. However, they don't tell you about the effects that may back in behind it. You know, with the scar tissue and everything. Now see that's not going to work anyway, darn it. It may actually. By itself, I won't trust it because it's real close. But if I use this with it, I can trust it. I can. I said I can. The only thing is I may not have room to do it with. Maybe not. So let's try this one out here. Yeah. Even though it's a good one, I don't know. Let me see something. What else do I have in there? What am I stepping on? So anyway, I guess Duke, when he had his last surgery, I guess they found that his first fusion, the rods had all bent up and gone kind of bonkers on them. Yeah, I like that one better. Smaller, but yet big enough. so it's not going to just hang over and be wasted. See, if it's too big, there's a wall coming down, and if it's too big, this won't fit up against the wall because this will be hanging out, and that is what I don't want, because I'm just going to end up wasting. Oh, now here's one that's just right. Oh, I found two of them. Whoa! Oh, three of them. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Honey, where have you been all my life? Stay there. There's three of them. That's right on the money. I need to buy some of these if I can find them in bulk. No, those are the kind that they put in the envelope or the little package, and you have to, you know, buy 5 for $2 or something. Well, no, look at it, I got 5 of them. Yeah, 5 for $2. Or sometimes $2.99. But you know, where these here, you can buy a pound for $2 or $3, and there'd be, you know, 100, 150 of them in there. Alright, so we have this one up. I just got to put a couple extra screws in it just to hold it in place. But for the most part, it's secured. And I was just thinking of something. I don't know if I have any more or not, but I had some. I don't. Alright. I had some foam, you know, this crack gap stuff. That was good up to, I think it was 2400 or 2800 degrees. I think I'm going to pick some of that up because that's going to be over there. I got to finish that off. I just got to bend things in place and tack it up the rest of the way. That's not a problem. That corner's okay. That'll look like that corner by the time I'm done. However, for all this little bit here, it may be easier and just as good if I just get some of that foam and put up in there, because it will also help hold it. Yeah, and this is metal, so I don't have to worry about that. So if I spray some foam all the way across, I got to put 2 more screws in right here, which I'm going to do while I'm here. I think I am anyway. This one may not be long enough. No, it is. Okay. Okay, Mr. Bill, it's long enough. I'll do one over here. I know this one's long enough. There. All right. Let me put one in the middle there. Now the one that I'm putting in the middle here, I'll probably loosen it up again, even though I got a good lap, because the other one comes over here. Well, that sounded like it's stuck. I don't see it. Oh, it did stick. It's right there. Oh, I could have done it if I tried. Okay. Alright, so we have this one up. I just got to put a couple extra screws in it just to hold it in place. But for the most part, it's secured. And I was just thinking of something. I don't know if I have any more or not, but I had some. I don't. Alright. I had some foam, You know, this crack gap stuff. That was good up to, I think it was 2400 or 2800 degrees. I think I'm going to pick some of that up because that's going to be over there. I got to finish that off. I just got to bend things in place and tack it up the rest of the way. That's not a problem. That corner's okay. That'll look like that corner by the time I'm done. However, for all this little bit here, it may be easier and just as good if I just get some of that foam and put up in there, because it will also help hold it. Yeah, and this is metal, so I don't have to worry about that. So if I spray some foam all the way across, I got to put 2 more screws in right here, which I'm going to do while I'm here. I think I am anyway. This one may not be long enough. No, it is. Okay. Okay, Mr. Bill, it's long enough. I'll do one over here. I know this one's long enough. There. All right. I put one in the middle there. Now the one that I'm putting in the middle here, I'll probably loosen it up again, even though I got a good lap, because the other one comes over here. Well, that sounded like it's stuck. I don't see it. Oh, it did stick. It's right there. Oh, I could have done it if I tried. Okay. Alright, so we have this one up. I just got to put a couple extra screws in it just to hold it in place. But for the most part, it's secured. And I was just thinking of something. I don't know if I have any more or not, but I had some. I don't. Alright. I had some foam, you know, this crack gap stuff. That was good up to, I think it was 2400 or 2800 degrees. I think I'm going to pick some of that up because that's going to be over there. I got to finish that off. I just got to bend things in place and tack it up the rest of the way. That's not a problem. That corner's okay. That'll look like that corner by the time I'm done. However, for all this little bit here, it may be easier and just as good if I just get some of that foam and put up in there, because it will also help hold it. Yeah, and this is metal, so I don't have to worry about that. So if I spray some foam all the way across, I got to put 2 more screws in right here, which I'm going to do while I'm here. I think I am anyway. This one may not be long enough. No, it is. Okay. Okay, Mr. Bill, it's long enough. I'll do one over here. I know this one's long enough. There. All right. I put one in the middle there. Now the one that I'm putting in the middle here, I'll probably loosen it up again. Even though I got a good lap, because the other one comes over here. Well, that sounded like it's stuck. I don't see it. Oh, it did stick. It's right there. Oh, I could have done it if I tried. Okay. Okay, you know what? I think we're all set here. I'm going to take 4 of these. And I'll put this one back in here. Okay. Okay. Now that I'm done cutting, let me turn that fan off up here. There. I'm feeling the draft and I'm thinking, where the hell's that coming from? Why put the fan on? Duh. You know, there's nothing wrong with being on pain management if you have to do it. Just pay attention. You may not need everything they give you, you know, and just say, well, that's what they gave me, so that's what I'm going to take. Well, if you had more pain, would you take more pills? Probably, you know, because, oh, okay. Well, what happened if that's what they told you to take? They tell you to take 4 a day, and now, oh, I got more pain, so I'm going to take an extra one. Now you're taking 5 a day. But that's okay. But if you want to try taking 3 a day to see if you don't need the 4, oh, I can't do that because they told me to take 4 a day. You know, am I getting this right? Basically what I'm saying is if you go to pain management, you can very easily get addicted to it if you don't pay attention and if you have an addictive personality. Kabish? Alright, I'm going to unplug you, which means you're going to turn off. Alright, so we have this one up. I just got to put a couple extra screws in it just to hold it in place. But for the most part, it's secured. And I was just thinking of something. I don't know if I have any more or not, but I had some. I don't. All right. I had some foam, you know, this crack gap stuff. That was good. Up to, I think it was 2,400 or 2,800 degrees. I think I'm going to pick some of that up because that's going to be, over there I got to finish that off. I just got to bend things in place and tack it up the rest of the way. That's not a problem. That corner's okay. That'll look like that corner by the time I'm done. However, for all this little bit here, it may be easier and just as good if I just get some of that foam and put up in there because it will also help hold it. Yeah, and this is metal, so I don't have to worry about that. So if I spray some foam all the way across, I got to put 2 more screws in right here, which I'm going to do while I'm here. I think I am anyway. This one may not be long enough. No, it is. Okay. Okay, Mr. Bill, it's long enough. I'll do one over here. I know this one's long enough. There. All right. I put one in the middle there. And the one that I'm putting in the middle here, I'll probably loosen it up again. Even though I got a good lap, because the other one comes over here. That sounded like it's stuck. I don't see it. Oh, it did stick. It's right there. Oh, I could have done it if I tried. Okay. Hello. Call me Mr. Crackfiller. I gotta get more of this stuff too. There. So I need to get more concrete stuff. Not so much for here, but just to have it. I'm all out of it. Yeah, I'm out of it. And I'll pick up a couple cans of foam. Probably do that Monday. And then I will also pick up a couple of tubes of caulk that are also fire retardant. Fire retardant. And then I can start putting some of this duct work. The duct. Let me get some of this stuff and put it away. Put that there. Okay. Screwdriver comes with me. Put these, they're all on there, so let's put them back over there. Oh, I tell you, that kills my shoulders. I'm just out of shape. That's all there is to it, guys. I'm going to leave this sit over here. Where can I hang it? I'll hang it right there. Scissors. What's this thing here? That's a piece of, oh, that's what that is. I know I had all those pipes, tire irons laying around, and I had no idea where to put them because they went in there. A bulb, a curly cube, my meter, meter. Staple. Let's throw that away. That's a dangerous thing. That's a dangerous. What the hell is that box? We take the hammer and put it over in the old hammer slot. That will stay. What's this? That's not going to be used again. Let me get these washers out of the way. Put these back in the washer drawer. Alright, let's walk over here. Over here. I also have to pick up a yeah, I do. That's a Phillips. We're not going to use that. Let me get rid of that one. Put that there. Hey, Tuck, how you doing, buddy? Put these back over here. Booga booga. There's one here someplace. Where? Oh, where? There they are. Okay. Oh, the bulb. Let's put the bulb away. This bulb does work.